Hey, it's me, and welcome guys to another build video for the Warlocks. I'm loving Warlocks so far, trying to see some new builds, ones that I can create. This one I took a little bit of inspiration from Dado, which was his getaway artist Transcendent build, but I didn't completely look at the entire build. I just kind of looked here and there and tried to see what I could change and include. So this is kind of me just blindly building. I just saw it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. So it's a Transcendent Warlock with Getaway Artist. Basically, you consume your Arc Grenade and you get a little Arc Soul buddy who scales off grenade damage. I have on Phoenix Dive so that we pair this up with Hellion, which also scales with grenade damage. I have zero class, so this might suck, but I don't think it should matter too much because we have ways of getting class and grenade very quickly, so that's no problem. I have Bleak Watcher on now. I originally did use Feed the Void because you can get Devour on basically an Arc Soul kill or Hellion kill. But then I was like, well, if we have Cure from Facet of Mending, maybe we don't need to run Feed the Void. Maybe Feed the Void is just overkill. And so I thought about Bleak Watcher and I was curious, does Bleak Watcher work if we're consuming our Storm Grenade for Getaway Artists? And the answer is yes, yes it does. There's our Arc Buddy and there is our Bleak Watcher. Now pair this up with Phoenix Dive. We're doing Shatters, we're doing Jolts, we're doing Ignitions, basically the whole goddamn element on this kid. And the damage is kind of alright. It's not specifically meant for boss damage. It's mainly used for clearing a big room. We have Jolts, that's going to do chain lighting across the entire room. We have our Ignitions, we have Freezes if we ever have problems with certain champions. We can deal with overloads. We did 11k with that, so it wasn't too bad. For reference, my super does around 7k, so I think 7.7k. I'm using 190 grenade, 117 super, 107 weapons. Originally, I planned this to be a full weapon build, but then I realized Arc Soul and Hellion all scale with grenade, so it might have been better to just completely go 200 grenade. So I messed up on that part, but yeah, if I would suggest running 200 grenade, so I made that change. Weapons, nothing too crazy. Mainly just kind of we use whatever you want to. Your build should be clearing fairly quickly with the grenades, the arc souls, the Hellion. So we're kind of mainly relying on that, but you can use weapons of any kind that can clear the room. I picked up this heel clip incandescent roll from Zavala. I think it was the first option. Apparently there was some good rolls there. If you want to check them out, they're available from the reset. I'm using Izanagi's and I'm using this bow, combat crossbow from I actually don't. I think it's from the pool somewhere. Just got to keep grinding and finding all that good stuff. Apparently, you guys also say that in my last build, Tractor Cannon nerfs the Void build, the chunky build. I did a little bit testing on my own. And actually, let me just quickly show this. Right, so I'm on the build right now, and we're just gonna for reference, we're gonna use 3 grenades only. All right, so I'm gonna go nice and close to this guy. I'm just using the grenades. Obviously, we've got weaken going, all that good stuff. We get a few, I think, volatile explosions here and there. So boom, that's how much we've done. Where is it? 9.5k. That is just me using the grenades. Now I'm gonna do it with tractor cannon, which you guys are saying ruins the build, but I'm just I don't know. The numbers are saying different stuff. So what do we get? We got like under 10k. So now I'm gonna use tractor cannon once, and now I'm gonna just go use the grenades as normal. And we're gonna see that the damage is higher, 11k. You guys said the tractor nerfs the build. The damage is saying something different. I don't know if it's because the numbers are like not being properly counted or something. But you guys are saying that the build is worse with tractor cannon, but the DPS has gone up. Or sorry, the total damage with tractor cannon has gone up. I don't know if it's like a bug with the damage or what, or if tractor cannon is actually doing less damage. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to show and clear up, which is why I thought tractor cannon would have been good for the build, but you guys have said otherwise for the Vault Glass clear that I did. But if you still believe that tractor cannon is bad, switch tractor cannon out for something else for DPS or whatever you want to use. Anyway, back to the Arc build. I'm going to showcase off some mods that we have here. First, on the helmets, we're doing Ashes to Assets twice, obviously Harmonic Siphon for the solar, which is what we're using here, this little cheeky sidearm. Double firepower, nothing else. Concussive, use whatever you want here, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. I just have some resist mods. Double absolution and innovation for the orbs, in case I'm somehow running out of grenade energy. And for this guy, I'm just going to probably put on powerful attraction, distribution, and just do double distribution. I don't know, I don't really care. I don't think we need any finisher stuff, to be honest, because we should be getting our grenade back fairly quickly. You don't need to use finishers and armor charge and stuff like that. And yeah, and now we're going to move on to the main bread and butter of this build, the different abilities, fragments, and aspects. Phoenix Dive, Burst Glide. I have this Finger Snap. I think that's the best one out of all these different melees. Storm Grenade, because that's how we're going to consume. Bleak Watcher, Hellion, Facet of Courage, Facet of Mending, Facet of Dominance, and Facet of Awakening. Basically, when we're getting kills with our grenades, the Arc Soul, Hellion, we should be getting different elemental pickups like Amplified, Ionic Traces, Fire Sprites, all that stuff, and that's going to help us with our ability regen even more. Now, Bungie have made a little change with, like, you can get bonus super and stuff like that. I'm going to try and avoid those. We're going to do Insight Terminus. I'm going to avoid the pickups as best as possible, but it could be that I accidentally step on one and I accidentally get a bit more energy than I should. So there is that. Just be aware, guys, it's something that Bungie added for some reason. We'll showcase the build and see if you guys like it. I actually have no clue what champions are in this one, so it could be that we might be cooked. But I think I can deal with every single champion. I have Unstop, I have the Overload from my grenade, I have the Barrier for my sniper. I think we can deal with everything. The Insight Terminus. It's been a while since we did Insight Terminus. Some Syndicate stuff, which I don't think I really need to care about too much. Alright, deal with that guy. Boom. So basically you're supposed to share this with your weapons. So you use your Arc Soul and your Hellion. I'd probably suggest also, if you have the lightsaber, this probably be good with the lightsaber, because you could constantly block. Okay, I accidentally picked up the super thing, and accidentally got my super very quickly. Nice. So, yeah, I need to try and avoid those buffs that are on the ground. I'm not sure why they put that in. They just did it randomly this reset for some reason. What was I going to say? Using the lightsaber might actually be good for this build, because you can block, basically take no damage, and then just use your Arc Soul, Hellion, all that stuff. Get that fella out. Nice. My hunter teammate is clearing out quite nicely. Good on him. Build generating loads of orbs. Our super should be coming very quickly as well, if we're ignoring the buffs, because our Hellion is a grenade, and our Arc Soul is also a grenade, and so that's kills and damage is gonna give us more super energy back. Also, our super scales off grenade as well, so that's nice. Guys, I'm afraid I won't be able to avoid that buff. It's right in the middle of the room. Kind of in a bit of a pickle. Let me just use my crossbow. I'm loving the new crossbows though. They do a lot of damage, and you can basically get infinite ammo of it from them. I'd say this build is pretty chill also. It's mainly just consume your grenades and just shoot stuff, yeah. It's kind of a combination of abilities and gunplay. The other builds are more grenade focused, like just literally holding L1, chucking your grenades. But this one, you can shoot stuff if you want to. So if you don't really want to go like crazy with any build, this is perfect. I'm almost dead. Now, I'm not saying this build is completely perfect. It might be better to actually run 100 class, so we can get the Hellion to come a little bit more. But, I mean, this build is completely fine so far. Nothing too difficult. We are getting health. We're clearing rooms very nicely, although our teammates are helping quite a bit. Literally dealing with every single type of champion. Make sure we help with the clearing of the rooms. Getting bolt charged nicely. And try and avoid those. This is our super. Nice. I think my hunter's also going to do quite well. Another barrier. Boom. Nice. Alright, on to the boss. Okie dokie. We are in. Should be a pretty light final boss, to be honest. This guy's using Thorn. Gonna finish him off now. Should be pretty easy. Just smashing all the different grenades we have, all the different abilities. Nicely done.
Location secured, Commander Zavala. Good work, Guardian. What intel did you discover?
I do want to check on my teammates though, because I think one of them got better. Holy moly, 53 orbs. Whoa. This guy got a pretty... Is this the Arc? Yeah. This guy was running Frosties with Arc Hunter and Arbalist. What was the other guy running? Thorn, if I remember. Yeah, Thorn with no... Okay, this guy's cooked. But, I mean, holy moly, 53 Blood Clar orbs. That's a lot, guys, that's a lot. But that's basically the build. Make sure you run 200 grenade, To be honest, I don't know if it's worth going for class or maybe weapons or super. That's the only part that I don't really know too much about. Hellion is nice when the class ability does come because you can get ignitions off and pair that with your arc, so you can do a decent amount of damage. So maybe going for class might actually be a decent play as a secondary. So maybe going 100, 200 grenade, 100 class, and either 100 weapons or 100 super. If you want to make that change, go for it. Once again, weapons didn't really matter. I was kind of breezing through with just this sidearm I got from Zavala, a very good combat bow, and Izanagi's. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. Oh, artifacts. I forgot to show artifacts. I'll make sure I show this as well. I'm not really using anything from the artifacts. I don't think. Let me just quickly double check. As I'm not really using much except for maybe dielectric, so that when we kill arc debuffed enemies who have jolt, um, they will drop orbs of power. That might be the only thing that we're really relying on. Everything else, kind of not really. Counter energy as well, but that's literally it. And then the barrier mods and all that stuff. So basically, another build that doesn't rely too heavily on the artifact, so you can use it very confidently next season, and you'll do completely just as fine because it doesn't rely on the artifact and it's really strong. So very chill build. If you want to check it out or suggest improvements and stuff like that, go for it. And yeah, that was a very nice build. I'll probably drop a link to Doubter's video that I watched where I got kind of the inspiration from as well. And yeah, if you guys want to see more different build videos, stuff like that on a different class, maybe Titan or Hunter. I'm doing a lot of Warlock right now. Feel free to let me know by dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.